Our reality was neither fixed nor absolute. It was a system in constant adjustment, a matrix of information that could be reconfigured, and we were part of it. Over time, he came to the conclusion that many of his works were not mere products of his imagination or simple fiction, but glimpses of alternative worlds as real as our own. He believed they were leakages from parallel universes, places where other versions of himself existed simultaneously, and that their memories or experiences somehow managed to cross into his consciousness in this reality.
I'm going to be very candid with you. I wrote both novels based on fragmentary residual memories of such a horrid slave state world. People claim to remember past lives. I claim to remember a different, very different present life.
He also claimed that, in some way, the self does not die, but rather that when physical experience ends in one reality, consciousness jumps to another. He believed that the same thing happened to him in 1974, that he died in one reality, and the consciousness of that other self merged with his own. From this perspective, death would be nothing more than an illusion, and consciousness something eternal. It is up to us to decide whether we live this eternity trapped in an unconscious loop, or follow a path of evolution and growth that allows us to move toward realities that are ever freer and higher, almost celestial. From writer to prophet. Many believed that Philip K. Dick suffered from paranoia or even some kind of mental disorder. His ideas about simulated realities, entities controlling the world, and reconfiguring timelines seemed to most people like mere fantasies or delusions, especially in the 1960s and 70s. However, time would give a strange twist to that perception. Because much of what he wrote in his novels, dystopian control, total surveillance, artificial intelligence, androids making human decisions, no longer belongs to science fiction. In many ways, his vision has become a disturbing prophecy of our present. In his later years, Philip began to see himself not just as a writer, but as a prophet. He believed his experiences were not the product of madness, but of contact with a higher intelligence revealing hidden truths about the structure of reality. One of the most astonishing stories occurred when his young son began suffering from an illness that doctors could not diagnose. One night,